Hello, in this video I will be discussing AI and specifically what AI can and cannot do. This is the April 2026 edition. So as you can see here on this screen, I have a few images, pictures showing different AI trends and predictions like where it's headed and different data and statistics. Like here, for example, it says Enterprise AI 2026 predictions. Okay, so I'll start by discussing AI in chip design. Okay. First of all, some background information. AI is constantly, being improved. New models are being designed, right? And it is being used more and more within the chip industry. And the reason for this is because, um, it's being used to help design the chips, at a faster rate and all of that. And besides that, it is also being used to help find hotspots and defective chips, as covered in some of my previous videos. Okay. Essentially, there are different viewpoints, but the general viewpoint is that, at least within the chip industry, is that AI speeds up the process of chip design. Okay, so now there's this question: where do you think AI will? How much will it change within 5 years? Is basically what they're asking. Okay, so there are different viewpoints on this, as discussed before, right? 5 years is quite a lot. Over the past 4 years, AI has changed significantly already. But so because of that, yeah, there is some uncertainty, obviously, but for the most part, predictions are positive. They're optimistic. People believe that AI, will be used more within the chip industry, and there's generally a positive, future outlook on this for the most part. So, semiconductor engineering, that's like a semiconductor journal kind of news article, I guess you could call it. They asked this question to Nikolic, that's a UC Berkeley electrical engineering professor. What do you tell engineering students? And then Nikolic, he believes that AI is not something that should be feared. It's not something to be afraid of. He believes, well, I would say for the most part, he has a positive viewpoint on AI, and I would say even a positive viewpoint on where it's headed right now within the chip industry. He believes that it will shorten the amount of time it takes to design chips significantly, and it could even lead to some new discoveries as well. Like specifically some new software solutions is what he mentioned. He believes that AI can be better at the reasoning of complex circuits or devices in certain cases. And the reason for that is because AI can process a lot of information at a quick rate. And then this could result in more discoveries at a faster pace. So that's one viewpoint there. Now I will discuss the future impact of AI on the chip industry, how it's used in the chip industry, and some more predictions here. So over the past 4 years, AI has significantly changed. And this is some background information here, by the way. So it went from machine learning to generative AI, and now it's going into agentic AI. Okay, there are more and more questions about what kind of impact this has, what impact these advancements have on chip design. So semiconductor engineering asked this question to Anderson, that's vice president of AI and machine learning at Synopsys. It's this semiconductor company, and then he believes that there are different AI forms that should be used for different tasks. So he has the viewpoint that humans are still going to be in control here, in charge of AI essentially. He believes that this is going to be the situation for a while. That's his viewpoint. AI will only be used for certain tasks here and there, occasionally, essentially. He believes humans will still be in charge of the majority of the chip design process. AI will just be used, occasionally here and there, basically. So now for the conclusion, I will say as of April 2026, so it's predicted that AI, you know, for the most part, I would say predictions are positive. There's a positive future outlook on where AI is headed, and you know all of that, and how it's predicted to be used in the chip industry. There's a positive, you know, future outlook on that. Future viewpoints. However, it is important to mention that there is some uncertainty because AI models are constantly changing. They're rapidly evolving, right? And it's hard to tell exactly where this might head. Where this might go. So it is important to know that there is some uncertainty here and there, but for the most part, overall, there's a positive outlook on the impact of AI on the chip industry. And now the reason for this positive impact, specifically on the chip industry, is because using AI increases the speed and rate at which chips are designed. This is viewed positively by chip engineers and chip designers because that means more chips can get designed at a faster pace, which increases the chip industry. So that's viewed positively. Besides just the speed of the design, it is also important to mention that AI can be used, as discussed earlier in my video here. It can also be used in detecting hotspots and preventing overheating that way, or possibly even finding some new solutions to design chips, essentially, which can transform the chip industry in various ways. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did. See you in the next video.